این کوزه چو من عاشق زاری بوده است، در بند سر زلف نگاری بوده است. این دسته که بر گردن او میبینی، دستی است که بر گردن یاری بوده است. Hello and welcome to the first episode of my new video series, Learn Persian with the Beauty of Persian Poetry. Since it's the first episode, let me explain a little bit about it. So I teach Persian language, and as you may know, Persian is the language of poetry. In other words, Persian is famous for its rich poetry and literature, and it would be extremely pleasing and essential in the meantime for those who want to learn Persian to read and understand Persian poems. In each episode, I choose one verse or at least two verses, and I read it for you, I translate it, and I analyze it word by word so that you can understand the verses fully, and so that you be able to enjoy it, not just in terms of meaning, but in terms of the beauty of wording and the techniques that exist in Persian poems. Today I chose two verses from Khayyam, which is an amazing, super amazing poet, Iranian poet. And so let's get started. Okay, I tell you very briefly about Khayyam. Well, he lived around 1,000 years ago, and he wasn't just a prominent poet. He was actually a polymath. He was a scientist in mathematics, astronomy, and philosophy, etc. And well, he was a genius, and he calculated the solar year very precisely, and he designed the solar calendar which we are using today. He didn't believe in religions. All in all, he was so ahead of his time. I chose two of my favorite verses from Khayyam, and I read them once so that you can hear the sound of Khayyam poetry. این کوزه چو من عاشق زاری بوده است، در بند سر زلف نگاری بوده است. این دسته که بر گردن او میبینی، دستی است که بر گردن یاری بوده است. Now let's see what Khayyam said word by word. این کوزه. این means this, and today we still use this word. کوزه. What's کوزه? This is کوزه. I don't know what it's called in English, but I call it clay jar. Okay, it's a clay jar, typically with a handle. So this is کوزه, and in کوزه, so this clay jar. این کوزه چو من. چو means like. Here it means like, but it has other meanings like when. And cho is not used in modern Persian. We don't say cho anymore, but in poems it is still used. I mean, modern Persian poets still say cho in their poems. Guys, I had to change my location because it was getting too dark there. So, cho man. What means man? It means me, I, man. Cho man means like me. So, عاشق زار. عاشق means someone who is in love. عاشق زار. زار and عاشق typically come together, and عاشق زار is someone who is madly in love, and they can't help but thinking about their lover. You know, they hopelessly think about them, they miserably think about them. عاشق زاری. This E here at the end of عاشق زار means a. It means a. It is the article. So عاشق زاری بوده است. بوده است means it was. It's the verb. The whole misra means this clay jar was madly in love like me. Let's move to the next misra. در بند سر زلف نگاری بوده است. در بند بودن. Here we have this compound verb. در بند بودن means to be captivated, and this verb is divided into separate parts. One part is in the beginning of the misra, and the next part is at the end of the misra. در بند سر زلف نگاری بوده است. در بند بودن. So it was captivated by در بند سر زلفه. So سر, this سر here, what's this? Okay, I asked my dad because, well, my dad is a poet and he studied Persian literature. He said this sar here doesn't have a real meaning. It isn't a thing actually, and the poet said it because he was trying to not to destroy the rhythm of the poem, the rhythm of the misra, because Persian poems are based on a particular rhythm and the poet should be loyal to the rhythm. So we just ignore this word. And sar zulf. Zulf means hair. Sar zulf. So در بند سر زلف نگاری. نگار. Negar means sweetheart, something like that. And all these is, I mean, the vowel A you hear a lot. در بند سر زلف. These is are اضافه or genitive case, and they mean of, English of. در بند سر زلف نگاری بوده است. So this misra means it was captivated by the hair of a sweetheart. So let's move to the next misra. این دسته که بر گردن او میبینی. Okay, I said in means this. دسته means handle. این دسته, this handle. که means that. این دسته که. All these words are still used in Persian. In modern Persian also we say these words. این دسته که بر. بر means on. On, it's a preposition. این دسته که بر گردن means neck. این دسته که بر گردن again it's of genitive case. گردن او means he, she and it. It doesn't really mean it in Persian. Means mostly he and she, but again because Khayyam was trying to be loyal to the rhythm, he said okay. این دسته که بر گردن او میبینی means you see. So the whole misra means this handle that you see on its neck. Next misra. دستی است که بر گردن یاری بوده است. دستی است. Dast means hand. Dast means hand. Dasti, this E again is a hand. Dasti, dastist, this st or ast, which got shortened. This ast means is. So dastist means it is a hand. Dastist ke means that. I said it in the previous misra. Ke means that. Dastist ke bar. Bar again means on or around. Here it means around, and it's a preposition. Dastist ke bar گردن. Again, گردن means neck. گردن means neck. گردنه, genitive case, of, it means of. گردن یاری. Yar in Persian means lover. And yari, again this E, it means a lover. Yari budast, and budast is the verb and it means it was. Okay, so dastist, it is a hand که بر گردن یاری بوده است. It is a hand that was around a lover's neck. So if I want to translate Khayyam's poem in simple English, it says, this clay jar was madly in love like me. It was captivated by the hair of a sweetheart. This handle that you see on its neck was actually a hand around a lover's neck. But what Khayyam actually meant by these words, by this poem? What does it really mean that this clay jar was in love, was madly in love, and this handle was a hand around someone's neck? What does it mean? Okay, a jar like this is made of clay, and clay is a sort of soil. So this jar is made of soil. And when people die, their bodies get decomposed. Their bodies turn into soil. Their bodies get mixed with soil. And with this soil, these clay jars are made. And when Khayyam saw this clay jar, he was thinking that it was alive someday. it was a human someday, and they were in love. Maybe they were madly in love with someone. They were experiencing human feelings, and this handle was a real hand around a lover's neck, but now it's just a handle on its neck. And it had its own story, but now it's just a clay jar. I think it's really moving. You know, the meaning behind this poem is really touching and moving. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and please give me some feedbacks because it is so important for me. If you enjoyed this lesson, if you enjoyed these kinds of lessons, with Persian poetry, and if I should continue them or not. So until the next lesson, bye bye.